Hemavi podcast, basically. And this is supposed to be for everything related to people moving to new cities, getting roommates, how to help them settle down when they move to a new place, how to help them make the best use of it, make the best of the experience, avoid the bad experiences of moving to a new place or having a bad roommate or navigating the best out of the housing market when they move to as internationals or like don't know anything about the local market, etc. And this is the first episode of it, basically. And
I like that.
And we're gonna tell the story since before we tell, I think it makes more sense before we tell the story of, before we tell examples of, how to learn a new language or how to move to a new city or whatever, we need to tell or set the stage about who we are first or what the company do, and then we can actually dig deeper after that into giving advice or giving.
That's good. You're killing it. So I'll set the stage. I'm here with you, Hazem, my business partner and friend. I would call you a friend. My name is Pascal.
It's not a brother or anything.
You're a brother and a friend and a gentleman and a scholar. So my name is Pascal. I'm a Swedish guy and 30 years of age. So getting there. We're getting there. And what's my life story? Yeah, that's it's tricky. I have I've been doing quite a lot of things. I've been working in many different areas. I actually grew up in the south of Sweden. I grew up on an island, out of all places, a small island. For some reason, my parents decided it was a good idea to move to an island, a small island with 30 people on it, and build a house. And
that's amazing, though.
Yeah, it's pretty weird. Now I think about it, it was either that, Hana, which is called, or going to one of the Canary Islands, and they chose Hana for whatever reason. So I actually grew up there, and we had Sweden's smallest school. So we were 3 students, or 3 people, me and my 2 siblings. So that's
really?
Yeah,
so the school was only you and your brother?
Yeah. And we had, the teacher would actually come on by boat and then go back in the same day.
That's a very privileged thing.
Yeah. I mean, you could. I don't know what to call it, if it's privileged or not, but it was not that bad. Actually,
I mean, it's like the royal thing. It's like you get a teacher just for the royal family.
Yeah, I didn't think about it like that back then, but
it
was pretty nice actually. But then, as you grow older, you kind of need to leave the island to do something in life. You can't be on this island for the rest of your life. And I moved to Karlshamn.
How many people on the island again?
30 people.
30 people.
Yeah, people are old. Really old, like 80 plus. The only kids were me and my siblings.
Yeah.
So we were,
You're probably killing them GTL.
We were having a lot of good moments on the island. And then I moved to Karlshamn in south of Sweden and went to gymnasiet and starting to learn how to socialize with people, which was it's an adventure for an islander. Yeah. And I've been abroad. I've been to Norway working there, and actually, since we're going to talk about roommates, I met a lot of roommates in Norway. It's very common to share places. And I've been around. I've been studying in Lund, business. I studied finance. I lived in Singapore. Now I live in Malmö. We're running Hemavi together, and doing so for the last 2.5 years. Pretty crazy when you think about it.
Yeah.
But we're having a lot of fun.
We are, yeah.
Yeah. I guess that's me. I talked a lot.
Thank you, Pascal. Thank you for...
Thank you for sharing.
Thank you for sharing.
Yeah.
It's an open space for everybody.
Yeah.
I'm sure they're...
Absolutely.
Yeah. So don't feel... If you want to come out at any time, just feel free.
Yeah, I'll have it in mind.
All right, my name is Hazem. I'm one of the founders of Hemavi, and I from Egypt, moved to Sweden in November 2018. Absolutely the worst time ever to move to Sweden. Actually, it's like, the darkness inside my soul and outside is like both combined makes it a lot worse, like with the weather, and then inside my soul too, which makes it like, and then the weather, like with the coldness as well, and the cold, and it was absolutely miserable. Anyway. And studied Masters of Finance, Lund University. That's where I met this guy, unfortunately. And no, I'm joking. He's a great fucking guy.
So we came together and we founded Hemavi, which is a marketplace for sharing accommodation. We have really cool things going on. And I mean, obviously, there's a background story. Why did we start Hemavi? And it kind of began in 2 different areas. We both had experiences on our own. as it many times is when you start a business, you face the problem firsthand, and you think this must be able to be solved in a better way. But I mean, if you start with yours, and we'll tie this together in a nice way.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, as I said, I moved from Egypt to here in November 2018. I had my own place in Egypt, and I moved here. I'd never been to Sweden before, never been to Lund before, definitely. I have no idea about the Swedish market when it comes to accommodations or even shared accommodations, or how to navigate this whole this whole
mess.
puzzle basically. And then you move here, and then you realize that you don't even know if this place is going to be close to like. And when I moved here, I had a shoulder sling, and
you were a mess as well.
I was a mess.
You were a mess. I mean, look at you now, but I mean, it was worse.
Yeah.
So I mean,
it was a lot worse. I had a shoulder sling. I just like fresh out of a shoulder surgery, actually 2 shoulder surgeries. And I needed a place that is close to, like, let's say, supermarkets, so I didn't have to, like, carry groceries and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And close to schools, so I wouldn't have to, like, walk a lot or whatever,
Yeah.
I mean, basically, you realize that there's no way to have any information about the place before you actually get there. And it was absolutely miserable moving here. It was not as good as expected.
It leaves a lot for imagination.
It leaves, actually.
Sometimes it's good in life. Sometimes it's bad.
It is absolutely like rolling a dice.
Yeah.
You can land on the 6. You're happy. You can land on the the 1 or 2.
Yeah.
So I mean, you have no idea where you're gonna come out. So there's no. And I thought this could be something more.
You have a gambling addiction.
Yeah, I have a gambling. Yeah, I used to gamble on the ponies.
On the ponies. On the camels back in Egypt. Yeah.
And so basically I thought something better could be done to this. And there was not even a roommates like I did at the beginning or anything, just basically trying to make the housing market more information heavy. Basically more, like more visual, more be able to actually like even take it to 360 or like
I like that.
virtual reality,
because the whole market is kind of outdated.
It is super outdated. You don't see shit about what we're gonna do, we're gonna live, or what we're gonna be living with or anything.
For sure.
And I thought something better could be done. And it was just I saw a poster on. I was walking to class one time. I saw a poster in the School of Economics, and I just if you have an idea, submit it to the Venture Lab. I just got the poster off the wall. I just took it home with me.
Yeah, so nobody else would apply.
No, because I think I was too lazy to write the emails. I just took the whole poster and just took it with me.
Work smart, not hard.
Yeah, and then I just basically went home, and And here's the best thing about me. I know I'm gonna be off topic, but when I know that I'm not gonna, when I have no expectations, I do really well.
Yeah.
When I have a lot of expectations, I do garbage. I do garbage. The same with the Kings thing. You were helping me. I didn't have any expectation that I'm gonna go anywhere. That's why we did a really good job.
Yeah.
And I did go to the interview no, but if I have expectations, I get really pressured and I do shit. So I was like, there's no way I'm gonna be accepted to the Venture Lab program, whatever. There's no fucking way. So just submitted the application, then I got called for interview. And then I just went being casually charismatic when I called for an interview because I didn't have any expectations. Also, I just went making jokes and
And fast forward, we're recording a podcast that would be listened to by several people around the world. Several.
Having raised millions of dollars, and
So, millions of pesos. We raised millions of pesos. So
Jesus, the coffee.
Good.
Yeah. Anyway,
good times,
so that's how it's. That was just the very first stage, and then when it started getting serious, we got together and
good stuff.
Yeah, and then basically when it started getting Venture Lab helped me at the beginning a lot with basic stuff at the beginning.
Yep.
And
but there's actually a lot of things we can talk about here. Just like how you start a business,
absolutely.
the help you can get.
Absolutely.
If you can do it, anybody can do it.
I mean, I was a fucking idiot.
Is and
was yeah for sure, for
present
sure.
and past and future,
sure. For sure. No, I mean, you never know how you can change the future, but at least
for sure.
Yeah.
And you started Hemavi.
That was
great.
A very good point. If you can do it, anybody can.
Yeah, I mean that's absolutely.
But you can have balls. To be honest, I have balls.
You have balls. I gotta give it to you.
Yeah, some people don't really have balls, even if they have the knowledge.
No,
so,
that's true. You need to have balls in life.
Yeah,
for sure.
That's all we have in life. as a opportunity setup.
No, you need to believe in yourself and take chances and not take a no for an answer. Is one. Sounds like a cliche, but some of these things actually make sense.
Yeah, that and a pair of balls.
Yeah. Should I talk?
Go ahead.
How I ended up here with you?
Absolutely. The stage is yours, sir.
Stage is mine. So that's a great story, Asim. Thank you for sharing. You're in a safe space. Anything allowed.
Thank you for listening. Yeah.
I'll talk about my story and why I'm here with you.
Yeah.
So we talked about the problem. I experienced these problems firsthand myself. And first time was in Norway. I moved to Norway as a poor 20-year-old.
Yeah.
Back in the days, 10 years ago. I was young and naive. Yeah. And it's too expensive to live by yourself in Norway. It's crazy. So they share a lot of places. And I didn't find a good place to find roommates. Like I was doing, as everybody else is still doing today, is that they're going to a lot of Facebook groups, writing a lot of weird messages, ending up with some crazy people, crazy good, crazy bad, all of it. It was really messy.
Crazy good, crazy bad?
It was like you met highs and lows, It was like roulette,
Yeah, it is.
Crazy, I moved in with one guy in Oslo. And actually a funny story, I was walking there and I couldn't find the place. And I was walking along the street and then suddenly I felt something in my hair and I look up and I see people standing in the window of a building. They were like doing cleaning and they threw something out and it fell in my fucking hair and I was furious.
That ended up being your roommate.
And then it ended up that these were the fucking idiots that I was going to live with. So I went up there and it's like it was a very weird tension already from the beginning.
From the beginning, yeah.
Yeah, it was so weird. And they cut away the living room. So like everybody just had their own rooms. I think 9 people in the same place.
Yeah, okay.
And the guy next to me was also a Swedish guy in Norway. And he came to me, I bonded a little bit, trying to socialize. And he's like, you felt that this guy has been through some shit. Yeah, he's like, he looked me in the eyes. It's like, Pascal, I've seen the devil. And I went into his room and he had like all these curtains hanging. It's like they was walking into another dimension. I was like, yeah, this is...
It's like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Yeah, I was like, this is not going to last. Yeah. So I went into my room and I locked the door and I was like, this is what it's come to. And so I had many of these experiences during my time in Norway. Then I moved back to Sweden. I started studying. I met you, which is nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's not kiss.
Yeah. Let's not kiss. Not yet.
Yeah.
So I graduated my master's degree. I graduated my master's degree. I started working in finance business and I was crunching a lot of numbers. And, I think everybody goes to that point in their life thinking like, is this really it? I was thinking this is so goddamn boring. And this is the same time I got in contact with a lot of CEOs, a lot of founders through my job. And I really got up my eyes for like, this is the way I want to live my life. Like imagine building your own business. Just felt so inspiring. Instead of being caught in that, day-to-day job where you don't feel that you really have a purpose, to working on something more project-based. You wake up in the morning and you actually have something to really fight for, to move forward, That felt so inspiring. So all of these things kind of came together with me. My previous experience of facing the issue, the moment in my life when I realized this is what I want to do. But then still, I didn't have the balls, as we talked about, to take this step on my own. And this is where you came in. You said, I have this idea. You're taking it to an incubator. You wanted me on board. So everything kind of in life, sometimes everything just aligns, Everything aligns. And it was all of these things, everything just came together in a really nice way. For me to actually be brave enough to take this step, coward as I am, When you came to me, we started working on this, and obviously, you have to do it undercover before you can't just quit your job right away. You need to prove to your surrounding, you need to prove to yourself that this is something you're passionate about. This is something that you can do. This is something that you're gonna be able to make a living from. So I had to do that, work as an agent for half a year or so, and then when I started seeing that we can
agent.
Yeah, like secret agent? Yeah, like undercover,
Yeah.
You actually have to live a double life.
Yeah, you did actually live a double life.
I did actually. It was quite nice. It was quite nice.
Did you meet 007?
I can't.
You can't say.
No, I can't say. So I can't. Oh, I can't disclose that.
Yeah.
If I tell you,
you have to kill me.
Yeah.
I get that. Yeah. I know how you're gonna say that. Yeah.
So and that's how it started. And now we're running a business together, trying to run a business. Big difference.
Yeah, multi-million-dollar pesos.
Yeah, multi-million-dollar pesos on the blockchain. You gotta love it.
On the blockchain, yeah.
You gotta love it.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, great stuff.
So we created Hemavi together.
Yeah.
But now the listener is thinking, like, what is Hemavi? What do we do differently? We talked a lot about us.
Yeah.
What do we actually do? It makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
I barely remember, I haven't prepared. Do you remember? What do we do?
You don't know what we do?
What do we do?
What we do is actually, simply put, as we said earlier today, we're like a platform, or like basically a marketplace for shared accommodation. But there's like a million marketplace for shared accommodation out there. So what are we doing differently?
Yeah,
I think we touched upon earlier how it is today that's rolling the dice when you go live with somebody today. So what we realize that life is too short for two miserable roommates living together, basically.
true.
And that's why we're here. We put a human twist to the shared accommodation market.
We do.
We knew from the beginning that the people that you're going to be living with are as important, if not more important, than the place you're going to be living in. So it made more sense for us to actually put this human twist, or actually put the focus and the weight on the people that you're going to be living with, their personalities, the lifestyle, the daily routine, and to give you the power. The power is back in your hands, or actually is in your hands for the first time, probably, to judge if these people are the right roommates for you, yes or no, as simple as that. And you'll be the one who's making the decision.
I love that.
That's it.
I recall it now.
If I do wanna, if the mic can stand a fall, I would drop the mic, but I'm not sure if
No, let's not.
might break.
Not in the first episode.
It might break,
but
yeah.
mics shall be
Mic
dropped.
drop, yeah.
Yeah, and that takes us to the next point. What are we? Why are we doing this podcast? When are we gonna drop the mic?
Yeah, right now.
No,
Okay.
not on the first episode.
Okay.
Never on the first date.
Yeah.
When are you gonna drop the mic in the future? What are we gonna talk about? What do you want to talk about?
Yeah. So now we've covered what Hemavi is. Basically, Hemavi is, as I said, is a sharing accommodation marketplace, focusing on the human aspect of people you'll be living with.
Yeah.
And as simple as that. But what we're going to be doing in this podcast, we realized that we have been running this business, as you said, for almost 2 years.
Crazy.
We know now a lot about. We actually have a lot to add to help people. Basically, what we can say not to be arrogant or anything, but we have gone through ups and downs with this business. We know how to.
We're in our 30s now.
Yeah,
we're middle-aged men.
No, I'm not. You are middle-aged man.
You're even older than me.
Yeah,
so
but I'm 30. It's not. I'm getting laid regularly.
Don't lie on the first podcast. They will see through it. Don't fucking lie.
We can help people basically in this sphere, or like this.
But we have a lot of fun when we work, and we talk a lot about a lot of good things.
Yeah,
there's a lot of things we can share.
Yeah,
when it comes to our business, obviously. When it comes to being an entrepreneur, how do you start your own business? How do you manage your own business? We'd like to know ourselves how you manage our own business, by the way.
Yeah.
So if anybody can help us out. But then also, we both moved to new countries on our own, started studying and working, talking about cultural things. I love learning languages. There's so many things we can touch upon. And I think we'll just see a little bit which direction this takes.
Yeah, we're going in with the open minds, and the whole purpose is basically offering advice to people that in this part of the life journey as us, whether it's like moving to a new country, how to navigate this experience, how to make the best out of it, how to make new friends, how to avoid the bad parts of this experience. How to like, as something as simple or as small as, like, when you move to a new country and you don't even know you have, let's say, the services that you used to use in your own country, like you always have a list of services, or like even tax services
Grindr.
that you have. Sorry?
Huh?
Yeah, Grindr, for example. When you move to a new city or a new country, what are these list of services you're gonna like? It's everything that you have to go through in your relocation process, and how to make the best out of it.
Yep.
And how to prepare for it even from the beginning again. So the transition process would be as easy as possible.
Yep.
And then combine that with all the business aspects that you mentioned. Like, you know, we've been
Perfect.
running a multi-million basis business,
Yeah, we
so
have.
we know how to yeah. At least we have something to offer there.
We
If
do.
you want to
We
have
do.
a multi,
I think that sums it up pretty nicely.
yeah,
We'll say goodbye for now.
yeah.
Thank you for listening.
And if you have any questions, don't forget to check out the bulge. You're gonna do that.
That's stupid. That's stupid.